watching the Playboy Secrets series. Oh, and it's quite long and quite disturbing what went on in that mansion and what Playboy was really all about and what they got away with for so long and how many beautiful young lives they destroyed. That being said, I want to talk about how to overcome the trauma of sexual abuse. Watching that series definitely triggered a lot of old memories, and I have been healed and gone through healing with God for a long time from traumas from my childhood, and but if you're not careful, you can easily be sucked back into those memories and those images and those moments, even smells. Many different things that can trigger those memories. And you can spiral back into those moments as if you were there. So, I just want to share how to heal from the trauma of sexual abuse so that you can live free and happy, healthy, and an overcoming, purposeful life. Everything that we go through becomes part of our story and becomes part of the power that we carry moving forward. If we allow it. If we allow ourselves to walk in that power and purpose and not allow what was done to make us victims. So you have to be willing to process what happened. And you have to be willing to forgive. Now, when you hear the word forgiveness, I think we automatically think in the sense of giving that person a pass, justifying what they did, or trying to come up with excuses. And when you deal with sexual assault, it is a trauma response to actually try to come up with excuses for what happened, because there is another level of pain to have to come to terms with, that this person intentionally treated you like an animal. I mean, you shouldn't even treat animals like that. Treated you like you were nothing. And so there's another level and layer of pain to have to come to terms with that reality. So I think we try to downplay what happened. We try to come up with excuses. They were drunk, or somehow I made them believe that this was okay, or if I would have done this or that, you know. So when I say forgiveness, I don't mean come up with excuses to justify what they did. I don't mean hang out with them again. I don't mean that it's okay. If you look up the definition of forgiveness, it means to release. Forgiveness on a situation or on a person means to release the negative emotions tied to that person or that person's actions. And so ultimately that's what you have to do in order to move forward. You have to accept. And what helps me, obviously, because when you have the mind of Christ, and really I think the only way to do it is to have the mind of Christ, is to understand that your abusers, the people who violated you, violated your trust, violated you as a person, did that under the influence of a demonic spirit. Doesn't make it okay, doesn't make it an excuse, doesn't justify it. Still evil. But you can accept, I could accept that, you know, because another thing is that you start to blame yourself, and like it just does a number on your self-esteem and your self-worth. And so you can accept that it had nothing to do with you or your worthiness, but everything to do with they have a demonic spirit. And so I can accept that. I release them. I pray for them. Whatever it is, whether it's a generational spirit that made them do it, whether it was they got sexually abused somewhere down the line, whether it was because they were exposed to pornography and it caused their mind to become twisted and left them open for a demonic spirit to cause them to have a desire to commit these kind of violent acts against another human being. Whatever it was, I can accept that, and I understand where it comes from, which is the pits of hell. And I can forgive. I can release the negative, any anger or resentment, bitterness. I can release that. I think the hardest thing for me to release is just like, it's hard for me to understand, although I understand when demonic spirits are over a person's mind, they're capable of anything. But, you know, and I am human, and I've had some crazy thoughts myself. Okay? I can go there. I can get twisted. But I don't, because I am a child of God. And so God's love is always, you know, deep in my heart. So there's that other side that's like, just how could they do that towards another human being? But people do. People do evil things. We all are capable of very dark things. The soul is capable of being very dark and twisted, especially when it's exposed to darkness and trauma. So that was really what helped me release forgiveness. Release, which means to release the bitter and anger and rage towards my abusers. And it really helped me be free, and I'm thankful. So I pray that you get the healing that you need.